I don't know if I can handle what's about to start.
Then react in real time.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh, Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Before the Bell podcast. It's your colored commentator, good old MR right here, M.Morrow. We have an exciting episode for you here today. Ladies and gentlemen, we in our main event tonight, we're going to have our Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling for the men and women. Also, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, you're going to be seeing some hardcore action, some great just fighting and stabilizing and situations going on. By God, Boomer Sooner. It's going to be a crazy one. Now, I'm going to cut it off to my esteemed co-host as well as our play-by-play commentators here. We got none other than the main event, Mr. CT, Clayton Thomas.
Hey, yo. Let me tell you where you're getting canceled at, because you might not know where. When you changed your mouth. That's where you're out of control.
I told you.
Out of control.
I told you.
I'm not
Ladies
sure
and
we're talking
gentlemen,
about my mouth changing.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining. It's me.
And over here to my right, we have none other than the urban gladiator, the sensitive supervillain himself, Mr. Jay Washington. Jay, take it over, brother.
I hope you choke on all that fucking denim.
I've got a family.
Sorry. Whew.
Nice sweater, Jay. Colorful.
I brushed this out only on the holidays, of course.
Man.
My moment of bliss.
Okay. I see what you did there.
There you go, wearing the Santa hat and everything.
I can't look at his back.
Jay is in the festive spirit, ladies and gentlemen.
When did you get the jacket?
I mean, I was born with this jacket.
Okay.
No, shout out to Chalkline. Chalkline, who they didn't give it to me for free, so
Oh.
not too big of a shout out.
Let me tell you something. Chalkline,
Has
first of
some
all,
dope stuff, bro.
they have some amazing things, man. Shout out to Chalkline. Chalkline had done some joints for me before. Also, shout out to Cleo Thomas. He just tagged me in a joint. He got a Power Ranger jacket, a WWE jacket, and another thing. It was so phenomenal. The work that they're doing is incredible, man. And we would love for you guys to sponsor Before the Bell.
Yeah, I mean, I would not wear I would not wear a raw denim jacket with a lip like that, but I would if you had, like, I seen the bomber jackets they have that have been made. Oh, I can't keep looking at this. He looked like he finna just start saying "Make America Great Again" at any moment.
Now, why would I say that, Jay?
The barbecue sauce got to be fire. Whatever sauce you have. And exactly, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm presenting some mule sauce here, Internet by Sticker Mule. Make sure to check them out. You know, let's go ahead and get a sample of it.
Good old MR. You're going to take that to the face?
No, shut up. Let him do it. Let him do it. Let him do it, Jesus. Do it.
You don't even have any water.
Shut the fuck up and let him do it.
All right, my God, we're going to sample this here mule sauce straight to the dome. It's going to be hell in a cell in my mouth right now.
My God, he did it.
No, he pulled it back.
No, he tasted a little bit.
No, he pulled it back. I saw it when I was watching the
All
ball.
right, you want to see me?
I want to see you actually take the.
We're going to slather this bad boy.
Ooh.
There, Jay, you feel better?
I feel. Oh, do you feel better?
I'm fine. This is what I do. Barbecue.
Your face about to be red. This is hot ones.
Scar stinging coming out his ears.
So here's the thing, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Before the Bell. And all of the comments you guys have been leaving. Thank you so much for engaging in all the posts. It really means a lot. Jay, how's your week been, man?
Very up and down.
Oh, yeah?
I'll be honest. Up and down. I have to start off because this is the first chance I'm being on camera to say rest in peace to Neil Nanda, comedian we all knew, lost his life this past Friday. So I wanted to definitely send that. That's been a really touching thing. Also trying to get in the Christmas spirit. If anyone who knows me personally knows I don't do the holidays. It's hard because I don't have my kids. So my daughter is trying to get into it. My son's with his mom, and I'm just here like, So that's really it.
You better not be like that tomorrow at my house.
Too late.
You better be happy. Also, wipe the tear off your eye. You don't feel the tear in your eye?
I'm used to them.
This is like this is the glory tear. You want another one? Take something from that bottle.
Help you out right there.
Go ahead, take a sip, man.
Go and take a sip. It's going to help
Go
you
ahead, take a sip.
I'll take one if you take one.
Absolutely not.
Okay, then. You're not going to peer pressure
Well,
me.
the difference is y'all are a lot closer to each other than I am.
Somebody just called.
So the fact that he
just
put
called
the-
me Paint Grinch. You're a mean one.
The pinch.
So the
By
fact
God, it's the pinch.
So clearly it ain't that hot if you okay.
Yeah, it's got to just be mild, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, you want to try it?
No.
Get you a chip or something, dip it on it.
Nah. Get you a chip or something, dip it on.
Can you? Mouth
There's nothing going on in my mouth. I don't know what you're talking about.
and lip don't move.
Here's my question. How many outfits do you have? Like, at this point, your closet has to be crazy.
I mean, I guess we're going to have to find out on the next episode of the... Well, I mean, don't keep watching, but by God, there's going to be a lot of...
My God, he's a devil himself.
He almost ended the episode.
He did. It's the beginning, huh? Sorry.
He's like, on the next episode. No, keep watching.
There's going to be plenty of outfits coming up for each and every week that we're going to be on here and Before the Bell.
Did you own the hat before you moved from Alabama? Is the question.
This is a fresh hat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I've invested way too much time and money into this podcast.
I love it, man.
Please like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Because I have to do all the editing on all these little clips and shit.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I do all the costuming and whatnot. I'm the fashion designer for Jay here as well. I'm also CT's consultant. So be sure to check out. Make sure to tell your friends. By God.
You know what's funny, man? JR is so underappreciated when it comes to, we talk about the Attitude Era, but just wrestling. He's the voice of several generations. Yeah. Like, I remember a match just being an okay match if he wasn't involved. And when he first left WWE,
you felt it.
You
felt the difference. Look, there's a level of void pickup that Michael Cole has done.
Yeah.
Because it took a while.
Shout out to Michael Cole, friend of the show.
Yeah, it took a while, but it took a while for him to get into that role where you're just like, this, I need to hear Cole.
Yeah.
But it was like there was always Lawler and JR.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just something about that dynamic on air, which was similar to what WCW days with a Shivani and Tenay and Heenan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a similarity to that. And you just got, that's what became synonymous with the product.
Yeah.
And hearing JR on commentary was always great, which is why, honestly, it hurts me to hear him at AEW.
Yeah.
It hurts. Please say just yes the regular way, because it felt like your mouth didn't want to move. You were like,
my mouth is moving. I don't know what you keep talking about. My mouth's been moving. I'm not.
Anyway. Oh, Father God. But it just hurts because it's like, you know that expression you always hear of you killing your legacy, staying too long? It's like he's not even invested in these matches as much anymore. So you don't get that same JR enthusiasm on AEW that you used to get in WWE.
Yeah.
I remember I saw a clip, and I think you all might have seen it on either Instagram or Twitter. It's him talking about how much he hates Triple H.
Really?
It was the clips for every time Triple H has a match.
Oh,
that son of a bitch! That son of a bitch! I hope he burns in hell. You know how much? But he put Hunter over so well.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about a great commentator, because that's their job, to put the talent over. They can bury you, or they can uplift you. And I've heard somebody, who was the most recent one? I think you and I talked about, got buried on commentary.
They were burying people, or they got buried?
No, they were buried. Somebody was buried. Like JBL was infamous for burying.
Yeah.
JBL, you and I don't say.
Listen, JBL came to every commentary table with a shovel in his hand. I don't know if you know that.
He had the ones he liked and the ones he didn't.
I mean, he was ready.
Remember when Jinder won? Bro, when Jinder Mahal won the WWE title, JBL said, "That's right. You heard it.
You heard it.
Jinder Mahal is the WWE champion."
He was so facetious when he
Hell
said,
has frozen over.
Woo!
All right, but yeah, so I mean, that's the thing. But yeah, your JR is,
it's incredible, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that worked.
Man, don't you tip your hat.
He tipped your hat.
Don't you tip your hat to me.
Sir. He knew how to do it with the hand too.
That's a tip. That's a Southern boy right there.
Boomer sooner.
Yo, let's start with the segment, bro, because I've really been thinking about this.
All right.
This segment. Out the gate.
All right. Here we
Mount
go.
Rushmore of WWE wrestling.
Are we doing WWE?
You can do whoever you want.
Okay, so let me preface
this.
But
wait, because I'm telling you, because I know what you're about to think.
No, I just want to preface this for the people.
Hold tight.
Okay.
This is the Mount Rushmore of your favorite 4 wrestlers, not the top 4. These are your honorary mentions. These are the next 4. So it's like, I couldn't get them on this list. That's this list.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you gonna say, oh man, I want not that you gonna say, you be like, I want Stone Cold, The Rock. No. Who's after them? That's what I'm talking about.
But I feel like everyone does have their list where it's a Stone Cold, a Rock, a Hogan,
Of course.
a Flair. But
I see what you did there, by the way.
Yes,
I see what you did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I see how you fit that first 4 in there. Give it to me.
But yeah,
it's a who on the list? Who's the first one?
No, I mean everyone's top 4 is always going to be Stone Cold. It's going to be The Rock. Is going to be Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. But this is that list of people who might not have gotten that top spot, that top shine at all the times, or the people that you might end up rotating in and out. Like think about the real Mount Rushmore. We have Abraham Lincoln. We have George Washington, and there's
you got this nigga's last name.
That's not even what you need to focus on. What you need to focus on is how confident he went in and how he smooth fell out of it.
Out the second name, not even his third.
How you slip out? You started it. How do you leave?
all right. Then who are the other 2 people on the?
Oh,
regular
brother,
round?
we're not doing that.
We're not gonna do that. You put this pressure on me.
We not
The
doing
other 2
that.
members of Mount Rushmore.
White man and white man.
Exactly. So that's my point here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's my point here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is that Teddy Roosevelt, all right? But sometimes you have to look those names up. These are the names that sometimes you might have to look up, but there's people out there who do respect and admire him. Now, who would like to start?
Hold on, let me before we start, because I want to make sure I'm making a few changes. I don't want to say I'm influenced by anyone.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason it's kind of like CT said, these are the 4 afterwards, because there is never going to be a definitive Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling. There never will be.
No. Don't go to pro wrestling. Just type. We need to know the 4 names
of regular Mount
regular Mount.
Teddy Roosevelt,
Abraham Lincoln, George
Thomas
Washington.
Jefferson, and George Washington.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Thomas motherfucking Jefferson.
Can you please stop cussing, bro?
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It was Ken.
Please. That's like the 8th one. I'm like, man, I've been counting.
You couldn't have ate that.
I've been counting, and you dropped the N-word in there. I was like, all right, this brother's just.
I heard the N-word.
Just forget about succeeding. That's crazy.
It's like watching our parents fight right here, ladies and gentlemen.
You should commentate it.
Commentate an argument between.
He just hit him with a chair.
By God, he's been counting how many times he swore.
That son of a,
Yeah, man. So these are your next 4. You got to start us off, Jay, because you already got your list.
No, I don't have my list. That's what I'm saying. I'm putting my
Are you ready?
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
All right, I'll kick it off here.
Please do.
My Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling.
All right, I got mine.
But the mini mountain. Number 1, the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle.
Woo!
Multiple-time world champion. You have to remember that his stint in WWE initially wasn't that long, right? He came in Survivor Series in 1999.
Yep.
And he left summer of 2006. He spent most of his time in TNA before he returned to WWE as a Hall of Famer, as a general manager. Had that amazing match with where he tagged with Ronda Rousey against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. A lot of people were very upset that his last match was against Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, Baron Corbin was one of the top heels at that time.
Yes, it was.
Nah.
Oh, I like Producerio's. That's his just overall wrestling Mount Rushmore. So Producio put Goldberg. Oh, I mean, because look, for some people it is these 4 though, and you have good reasoning. Goldberg, because he's Goldberg, right?
This is producers.
This is producer's list. The Giant, aka the Big Show,
or as he's on my Andre.
Andre, DDP. Now, if we talking about WCW DDP, I'm here for this.
Right.
WWE DDP, then he's really trolling. And Jericho.
Hey, that DDP won the European Championship.
Yep.
And retained at WrestleMania 18.
Yeah.
Defeated Christian.
Who?
Christian.
Okay. I just thought it was more coming. All right.
Christian Cage.
So is that your, so Kurt Angle?
So Kurt Angle's my number 1. Number 2 would be Booker T.
Okay.
Now, we always hallmark him as the 5-time.
Did you hack my phone, bro?
Bro,
because this is starting to get a little disrespectful.
Bro,
man.
I swear, I'm looking at mine too. Like, yo, you were playing.
I'm gonna let you finish though. Keep going, man.
Yeah, I mean, you have to consider that Booker T. So many different gimmicks. We had him also in TNA as the Black Snow. I'm Black Snow. an amazing man on commentary right there. Several-time world heavyweight champion, United States champion, Intercontinental champion, tag team champion. Iconic moments when he had the wig with gold dust, when he got the match with that burning hell Triple H, when Triple H screwed over Booker T. But brother, I got to tell you, King Booker, so many iconic moments.
Say it.
King Booker.
What's his name?
King Booker. That's my number 2.
Oh.
Number 3, Chris Jericho, another superstar who's just had an iconic career. When you look at it too, he's wrestled everybody. Like, it's an insane amount of people that Chris Jericho has been in the ring with, from Kenny Omega to Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Chris Benoit, just who's who, Juventud Guerrera.
That boy's throat go hurt later on the day. I'm telling you.
The who's who.
Listen, if he says this 4th name, I'm punching you in your chest. So keep going.
My number 4 would be the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Right. You saved yourself, boy. I was about to set these glasses on the other side of it. These are great choices.
I got mine.
My list is literally identical to Martin's. The only exception is I have Triple H. So it's Triple H, Booker T, Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho and Kurt Angle, to me, were neck and neck through my teenage years. And then in the past decade, they both, I'm not going to say who's ahead of the other, but they both just became just super iconic, even more so than they were before. And Jericho, that list is one of the greatest gimmicks that I've ever seen. So gimmick, Chris Jericho for the list. Might inch out Angle, but Angle, when he had Team Angle, that's when he was white hot, bro.
Yeah, him, Sheldon, and Charlie Haas.
Yeah, man.
Boy.
But yeah, Booker T and then Triple H. But Triple H doesn't get the credit he deserves because he's a great face, but he's the greatest heel of all time.
Why do you think he's the game? Am I over? You damn right I'm over. The shirt that said it.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of agree on this. I got Kurt Angle, of course. Right. Angle out, because it's hard to make a 4 of pro wrestling, and it's like, man, Angle has to go in it. That's just without saying, right? Triple H, I've always been a fan of Hunter.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. From watching, if you watch his just evolution of his career.
Hunter Hearst.
No.
Helms.
Bro, I'm going further. Terrorizing.
Oh, you crazy.
Yeah. Terrorizing to the blue blood,
Jean-Paul
Levesque, to Hunter Hearst Helmsley, to the man who pedigreed the Ultimate Warrior and he had it no sold. And then to watch this elevation to the dude who now has shaped the future of the business. Speaks without. This one is going to call Booker T's on mine. Booker does not get enough credit as he deserves.
No.
By God.
And Booker is an actual legit friend. Booker does not give that credit. Booker has, you forgot the greatest thing ever about Booker T. Batista's down! Batista's down!
Hey, let me tell you something. That's a great impression, brother.
Batista's down! Batista's
Hey, look.
They kept trying to redirect him. He was like, Batista is down!
When that bog was in TNA.
I never met anybody that could do a Booker T impression, bro. That was phenomenal.
Thank you, brother. Booker T, he got a kick in the day.
When he was doing commentary about beating up Xavier Woods.
And Booker T got a foot, and he goes stomp in the chest. And Booker T gonna go.
Booker T sees him. Booker T sees his man.
Booker T is on the ground. Go on the ground.
Boom.
Go Booker T, no. Boom, and then over the big boot. Oh, Booker T gonna put him up in the other.
Booker T's a bad man.
That's a bad man.
I'm Black Snow.
King Booker. All right. So, yeah.
Martin. That's a round of applause, brother.
Thank you.
Listen, the only thing that you missed is Hulk Hogan. We're coming for you.
Coming for you, nigga.
Man.
Give a little city.
Phenomenal.
I can't believe I said it. On air, you Sherry. It was right there with my brother Stevie Ray.
Who does a Booker T impression and it perfectly? Yo, let me tell you something. I'm always a fan of character work, bro. I'm a fan of character work. When people become the person, I heard none of Jay Washington in that.
I appreciate it, brother.
That was Booker T.
I want you to the difference nowadays. NXT, they got a whole new level of talent. Grayson Waller came up. I was like, Grayson Waller, he's a great person. Got a punchable face.
What's the Shucky Ducky moment?
Do the Shucky Ducky.
It's a Shucky Ducky quack quack moment. You got my graphic in the truck. You got a graphic in the truck.
You got the graphic in the truck.
You got the graphic.
Jay.
You got my graphic. Got my graphic in the truck.
Quack.
If you don't do Booker T on stage, you are playing yourself.
Probably everybody won't understand who Booker is.
It don't matter. You make them love
Make
him.
them love him.
King Booker. Now, can you dig that? Can you dig that, sucker?
Who else
Bro.
can fight Stone Cold Steve Austin in a grocery store?
And make it entertaining, bro.
He took and that's another thing. I'm sorry to cut you off on that. Not only did he fight Austin, he took an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Through it. He
sold it.
He sold it. Wasn't everybody was like, oh, Austin's burying Booker. No, Booker's selling this storyline.
Yeah.
Booker sold that. So that's why I'm like, you look at everything Booker has done. Booker's a 2-time Hall of Famer, right? Rightfully deserved.
Rightfully.
Yeah.
But we all know the moment Booker was cheated out of.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 19.
But here's the thing. This is a credit to Booker T. Do you understand how great that grocery store match was that we don't even remember their actual match?
We
in
remember
the ring.
the few.
We remember the
one in the
grocery
church
store.
too.
They were in the church.
So Austin chased him throughout the city where
The whole episode.
the whole episode started in the church and ended in the grocery
Which,
store.
by the way,
It wasn't a match. He was
He was just
whooping his
beating his
ass.
ass. Yeah.
this is how I love, who was this part? Harlem Heat. It was my brother Stevie Ray, which I think, because without Stevie Ray, there'd be no Harlem Heat. Sucker! All right.
I've never heard
His voice gonna be strange.
Oh yeah, your
Already
voice
lost it.
Oh, yeah.
Already gone. And so for my final, this one I had to really think about, and I'm be honest with you.
Yep.
But I had to think about when we're talking about the greats of pro wrestling who goes on the Mount Rushmore, who elevates for me, it's always who elevates the game, the business across the board.
Right.
John Cena.
Mm.
Okay.
You can hate, a lot of people don't look. We talked about this Super Cena era and our
Yeah.
clip and everything. But look at what we're talking about. The man that came in, the prototype. What makes you somebody I should challenge? Ruthless aggression. The dude with 200 pairs of boots and matching tights. But then the dude who's almost about to get fired until he raps on the back of an airplane. And Stephanie McMahon says, can you do that on camera? Then we get the doctor. We take the Dr. Thugonomics. We keep revolving it. Like we kept saying, the evolution of his career. You get the military dude. But then you get hustle, loyalty, respect Cena. Woo! And now it's just something about it no matter what. This dude has been like, yo, I'm going to have my moment where I'm burying people because every star has had that.
Yeah.
We talk about Super Cena, but every star's Hunter had, Triple H was definitely having this moment, was like everybody going down.
Yeah.
Austin had it, Rock had it, Hogan, we get it from Hogan.
Let me disagree.
Rock didn't have it as much.
Not even just that. I'm saying this is the truth of the matter. We always talk about people getting buried, but we all know as comedians, talent always rises to the top. If
Absolutely.
you don't get a TV show or an opportunity, doesn't mean that you're done if you're truly talented.
It means that's why I'm out here still working, baby.
Some people will not get the opportunity to bounce back because they don't have the power or the belief in themselves.
Yeah.
But were wrestlers ever really buried? You know what I mean? Let's really think about this. Because if you weren't able to become a star in one company and you went to another company and you weren't able to be a star, Cena's not in that other company.
Mhm.
So it's like, was this person ever really a star?
That's fair.
So here's if I could tag on to that. I think if we talked about Triple H's era, right? But still, Kane rose to the top. He became a world champion later. Booker T still rose to the top. He became a world champion later. Who else? Rob Van Dam rose to the top. He became WWE
Was
champion.
never supposed to.
Was never supposed to. The heart, like so many people from that era who rubbed shoulders with Triple H, at least still rose to the top. I think the difference is, would we need an Alex Riley main event feud? So, because Alex Riley is one of the people who always talks about Cena buried me, Cena buried me, Cena buried me.
Well, I think Alex Riley, and I've met Alex in person. I think because Alex had nothing else. I think that's the difference.
He had the look.
He just had that look. There's other people that can talk about being buried and other different things, but they had other things going for him. Alex Riley had nothing. Alex Riley was just the NXT dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
The varsity villain.
You were the varsity villain from NXT. That was
That's a
it.
great moniker.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it. But in general, this dude now has come back. They always make sure, Michael Cole makes sure Cena hasn't won a singles match in God knows how long. Because why? We all keep thinking every time he comes back it's to get 17. Cena has been sitting on 16 for years.
Yeah. What I loved is that he said he'll earn it. And the only way that you can earn being a champ is coming back and literally coming back and winning pressure matches that don't make your opponent look weak.
And speaking of which, he put Solo Sikoa over.
Absolutely.
He has put Roman over several times. He didn't have, look, he could have told Roman, hey, bro, your time up. I'm here real quick. I'll get back to you in a minute. But put Roman over. Because we only bring up the University of Minnesota. What'd you say?
Rico. Rico. He was an OVW champion at a certain point.
So you were saying about those 4.
So those 4. And like, again, we just bring up the University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know, we don't bring up the OVW connection. Rico Constantino.
Crazy.
He really brought up how you look so good to me, Rico. He brought that Billy and Chuck's Rico. He really went and bought.
He was a tag champion with Rikishi and Charlie Haas.
So those are my 4.
That's cool, man.
For the men, man. I appreciate you listening to me.
Absolutely, brother. You know, what are we here for if I'm not here to listen?
You know, and I appreciate the support, man.
Hey, man. Black actors.
You've broken his spirit in half.
You broke his spirit. So now it's time for the women. Now, this is what I did with the women. I did the honorable mention list. And I did my Mount Rushmore of top women.
Bro, listen, y'all play games.
Tough.
Now I'm gonna do because I'm not doing this again.
How many people we putting on Mount Rushmore?
4.
I mean, I feel like you could carve out a 5th.
No.
It's so hard.
No. We're doing 4 and 4 honorable mentions. Now you're not going first.
Yeah, I got first. Let me get first. Because y'all split lists last time.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Only reason I jumped in is because he took my list.
It doesn't matter. Y'all split the list. So we're doing the Mount Rushmore.
This is of women, the Mount Rushmore, the top 4.
Number 1, Stephanie McMahon. She has to go on it. She has to. Change the game herself. Number 2, the 9th wonder of the world, China. Speaks for itself. There's no reason I need to say that. Number 3, Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
Went from a valet to one of the greatest women ever. She was never supposed to be an in-ring competitor. Never. I had the hardest time picking between one of the 2 of these because I had to pick one and then the other had to go on honorable mention. This is going to hurt some people. It's going to make some people mad because who my honorable mention, y'all hear those when I'll do those after we do the 4. Charlotte Flair.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
I didn't want to put Charlotte Flair on there.
Hey, she on there. Just defend her. Just defend her. Yeah. You're not doing what you think you're doing. Go ahead, defend her.
She's earned, look, somebody again who never wanted to be in this business.
My God.
The only reason she got in was after her brother died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason she got in this business.
It was supposed to be his dream. Yeah.
It was his dream. And she took to it what they say, like a fish to water. And every time in a big match situation, not only does this woman deliver, but she over-delivers.
Absolutely.
And she can she will bust her behind it. She knows she's a star. There's a given. She's like, my job is to make you look good.
Yeah.
And she will do that every single time. I'll go most notably this past WrestleMania. We knew they were going to put on a showstopper, her and Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
Match is over, Rhea celebrating. Charlotte just sits on the ground. She's not selling. All she can do is smile because she knows what she's done. And in every big match situation, she has risen to the occasion, even with people she do not like. That is my 4.
Cool. I love it. Great job. Number 1, Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
The man. All right. Becky 2 belts is what they used to call her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, China. Stephanie McMahon, you took it from me. You knew you took it from me. That's why you went first. I am a Stephanie McMahon fan. Okay? Anyway, number 4.
You knew you took it from me.
You knew you took it from me. Number 4, Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair has come in
Yeah.
And not only is she great on the mic, not only is she authentically herself, not only is she one of the greatest athletic champions we've ever had in WWE, she's not clunky. She's fluid.
Yes.
In that ring, she fights big, she fights small, and she makes everybody look good. She has no ego whatsoever. She does everything the company has asked her to do, and she makes Black women look amazing.
Yeah.
And she gives these little girls and these little boys and everybody something to aspire to, believe in, and that they know that they can be themselves. She's a great presence all the way around.
Hi, guys. I just want to say for the record, I didn't put Bianca Belair on my list because I knew the CT was going to have her.
He hates Black women. I don't know if y'all know that.
Wow. My God.
What if I started that rumor?
Jay Washington hates black women. My God, why? Why, Jay? Why? Why, Jay?
Hold on, time out. I know this ain't. Can we run the tape back of Top Shelf White Woman Morrow?
That's crazy. You threw him under the bus. Look at his face.
Can we run the tape back? I know you ain't trying to pull this one.
Whew. That's crazy. So
I support the views and opinions of M.Morrow. Don't support. I support all Black women that have been through things good and bad. You remember that tape? Yeah, run it back real fast, sir.
Can we delete that from
give me your list, man.
my list? My top 4 women.
Yeah, he done lost. He lost to JR after that one.
Oh yeah, Martin came back. Then I took the head off. Brother, I just
took everything about her real quick. And quick reminder, brother.
I'll do it right back.
that raw jacket turned into a SmackDown vest real quick.
I went blue brand real fast.
That'd be crazy. It was a camera cut and I had on it.
You do that.
All right, my number 1, Wendy Richter. All right, so in the 80s was just a megastar. You know, the Fabulous Moolah screwed her out of a lot. But when you think about who truly ushered in the rock and wrestling era, yes, it was Hulk Hogan to some extent with Mr. T and all that. But Wendy Richter was MTV. Wendy Richter was with Cyndi Lauper, and I don't think wrestling, especially women's wrestling, would be where it is if it wasn't for her. Number 2, you guys have said it, Chyna, first woman in the King of the Ring tournament, first woman in the Royal Rumble, first female Intercontinental Champion, amazing feuds and matches, things, her work afterwards too. I've seen it and enjoyed it.
I knew what he was going to go to. I knew it. There was everything that was great about Chyna. There was one night in her, and then all we keep going. What?
I was talking about her work in TNA and New Japan. I don't know what you're talking about, Jay. She teamed up with Kurt Angle to fight Karen and Jeff Jarrett.
I thought we were all talking about that, Jay.
Yeah, Jay. Get your Jay's mind is in the gutter. By God.
My God, it's in the gutter.
Number 3, Sable. All right, Sable was a top merch mover.
Yes, she was.
She was a former women's champion.
Yes, she was.
You know, she takes on Brock Lesnar. Okay, goes one-on-one with Brock Lesnar on a regular basis.
What that JR mouth do?
Yo, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's all right.
She does take on Brock on a whole reverse level too.
All right,
this is
number 4.
That wasn't number 4 because that should count for 4.
No, Sable, Wendy Richter, Chyna. Number 4 would be Becky Lynch. Again, headlined WrestleMania. So many, accolades, amazing things. We don't have time to name them, but just also the personality in general.
These are your.
Do
the noise again, Jay. Before.
That's so ridiculous.
You like it though?
I think it was good.
Okay.
That was your 4.
Those are my 4.
Okay.
My top 4.
So honorable mentions.
Okay. Do I go back to me or do I go to you?
No, it's going to me because I know you're going to say something. He took Sable. Well, I didn't realize that was your main thing.
Mm-hmm.
My honorable mentions are Sable, Rhea Ripley, Sasha Banks. My 4.
I bet it's on my list.
I bet it's not. Naomi, aka Trinity.
She's on my list.
Now,
I love Trin.
Yeah.
But she's not on my list.
Now, here's the thing. That's fine. I'm telling you, Trinity Fatu, aka Naomi. I've been a fan since she was with the Funkasaurus gimmick.
Funkadactyls, baby.
Funkadactyls. But, if he was the Funkasaurus, they were Funkadactyls.
Roll.
Listen.
Funk is on a roll.
I don't like how your shoulders are moving, if I can be honest.
Somebody better call my mama. The music that they took from Ernest and Cat Miller and gave it to Brodus Clay like nobody noticed.
Like nobody noticed. So Trinity, to me, to be able to see her become the first Black SmackDown Women's Champion, to see her achieve, like to watch her from the beginning, like I said, when she was a Funkadactyl, all the way to her reign and going into WrestleMania, it brought almost a tear to my eye, because also you got to remember when they dropped that reality show, Total Divas, she was one of the stars of this. So I got a chance to see her from beginning all the way through to where she is now. And we're talking about athleticism. I gave Bianca this lob of saying how amazing she is, but Trinity did it first in WWE.
Yes, she did.
She was the one that was carrying and she was killing. I think the problem with Trinity's run in WWE before she left, when her and Sasha left at the same time, was there become so many more women that were getting storylines and opportunities that they weren't catering to Naomi enough. Even when Sasha came in, all the attention went to Sasha,
right?
And they weren't given the storylines. They even had BAD, and I was like, this is great, but this is not showcasing the other women. This is making it seem like this is a Sasha stable, which is great because Sasha's on my list, but Naomi never got the shine that I thought that she deserved. And she's a tremendous athlete. She's a tremendous superstar and friend of the show.
Love Trent. She's a super cool.
Yeah.
And her relationship with Jimmy Uso is like the best because they really rock out and love each other.
Yeah, man.
Like they support the hell out of each other. Here's the thing about Naomi to me. I feel like the WWE is trying to give you a little Naomi, and I can't remember which one.
The girl who just picked up Otis.
Yeah,
no, Lash Legend. She seems different.
Caden Chant. Is it Caden?
Caden.
Caden
Carter and Katana Chance. Yeah.
Doesn't it feel similar?
It does.
To the Naomi thing, the party girls. Naomi's glow is a party type thing.
It seems different.
I mean, it's different, but it feels a little bit reminiscent of that.
Because I feel like Caden Carter and Katana Chance, they're more like sorority, like yeah, like who has to fight? Like if you saw NXT.
Wait. You will not. You do it again.
Yeah, who's the party? Take some shots.
Remember what we said, Clayton? Hey, CT.
Yep.
Top shelf white woman.
That's exactly what he said.
She's a Black.
I know what she is. But however.
But I'm saying that gimmick is more.
What Black girls, do that again?
Yeah. They're from Florida.
You know who did it? Her gimmick was crazy.
That's a lot.
No, her gimmick was literally, I'm crazy.
I know.
And she took a drink out of a crowd and drank it, which was also like, ugh. But
Nikki Cross?
Nick Fox.
Alicia
Fox. Yeah.
Alicia Fox.
Who, by the way, she's on none of our list. Honorable mention or otherwise, but she deserves a lot of credit.
I put her in the top 20.
She's in the top 20 of women. She stayed around, stayed relevant. You know, people like, yo, you got to give Foxy her credit. Now.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention of your honorable mentions?
Honorable mention, because they didn't make my list. But honorable mention, the Bellas.
I thought you were going to go, I thought you were about to go Iconics.
I low-key was going to say Jacqueline, because I grew up on Jacqueline.
I did too. I had to change. So, my honorable mention, because I didn't put Jacqueline, go my first one, Jazz.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm going to go Jazz.
Yeah. I wish she had more time, but yes.
Bro, what would she say? I'm that. She was the first one to tell you with no problem with it and was dominant. And she refused to be a diva.
Yeah.
She refused. She was like, nah, I'm a wrestler. Now, I'm going to go to her early. When I said I had to split the two, when I split Charlotte, it was between Charlotte and this woman, Mickie James.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
You've been high on Mickie for a while. I'm going to give you
that. Mickie has never disappointed.
Yeah.
Never. That her runs, her initial run, her Impact run, her NWA run, her return run, never disappointed.
Yeah.
Again, we get the most iconic WrestleMania moment ever. One of the iconic moments with her with this.
Yeah.
Out of Mickie James.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to do it that strong. Okay, just so you know. Number two, again, it's hard because this
was tough.
My honorable mentions are actual, like we say this all the time on the show, friend of the show. And legitimately, a lot of us do know a lot of these wrestlers personally as friends. So just what you know, like, oh, they just saying it. Nah, we do. This one is another good friend of mine, and Martin knows this is a friend of mine, Victoria. I love Lisa Marie to death.
She's great.
Lisa Marie is one of my good homies, but what she did again, even during it, she was like, I hated this bra and panty stuff, but I'ma still work.
Yeah.
I'ma still work. She had to be in that Divas era, but still was one of the most dominant women.
Mhm.
Her feuds with Trish Stratus and things like that she had, amazing. Number 1, give Divas a chance. AJ Lee.
That's
AJ
great.
Lee.
That's
Yeah.
great.
AJ Lee.
That's great.
She's the reason when
That's
she
great.
kept saying, give the Divas a chance, turned them from divas to wrestlers again. And like there was something about her that was like this little spunkiness, but she could go.
Mhm.
And she would like, she was a small female Austin. She was challenging authority and everything. And then you start teamed up with Big E and Ziggler.
Mhm.
And you were like, okay, this is interesting.
She was always a star.
She was always a star.
Yeah.
Man, listen.
The Chick Busters with Caitlyn.
So listen, we had
You
some
know-
great lists, bro. And like, I don't think, you
Well,
know,
no,
listen.
she wasn't a tag team. They called themselves the Chick
Clayton,
Busters.
listen, there's a lot of great things we've mentioned.
A lot of great.
You and I have
You know what I
mentioned.
mean?
And we have stood on honorable mention, Mount
Yep.
Rushmores. We have given props and reverence
Absolutely.
to talent in which deserves it.
Yeah.
And I think that you and I
Mhm.
have a better understanding
Absolutely.
today
Without a shadow of a
than we
doubt.
did yesterday.
Absolutely.
And we can move forward
Yeah.
as a people.
Got to do it.
All right.
Can I give my list now?
Please.
Okay, after that.
Oh, there's a list you still have?
Yeah, my honorable mention list, Jay.
You brought up Caitlyn.
What was wrong with Caitlyn?
Hey, no lie. Caitlyn was about to wrestle her last match when I got back into WWE. Like I think like the month that I came
Mhm.
back, that's when she was starting to leave. They were making it this thing like, oh, she's about to quit. I'm like, she looks really young. Why is she about to retire?
Well, listen, Martin's list is going to have Shaniqua on it.
Mm.
Caitlyn Linda Miles.
Okay.
Jackie Gator.
Look at his face, the way he's looking at you. hey, look at his face. Zoom in at his face, Mark. That is the look of disgust. That is disdain that he looks
Shaniqua
at
with
you.
the Basher brothers.
Go ahead, Martin. Give it to us, buddy.
Anyways, my list, number 1 is Jacqueline. Outside of Jacqueline being
A black woman.
Shut up. No, but just one of the top superstars during the Attitude Era. She also we failed to mention how much she ushered in the Ruthless Aggression Era. She was a
Yeah.
cruiserweight
She did.
champion. She feuded with Chavo. She had all these amazing matches. Number 2, Molly Holly. That's someone else who
Ooh, good.
always was evolving.
Yeah, that's hard.
It was
yes.
all, from the Holly cousin to Mighty Molly
Mhm.
to her just being like me, like she
Right to Censor Molly.
well, she wasn't in Right to Censor. That was Ivory.
That was
That was
Ivory.
Ivory. That's why
Yeah.
I was confused. I'm sorry. I always confuse them to
But,
a Right to Censor.
her gimmick was similar because they were like, oh, she got a big butt. Remember they were like trying to make fun of her having a big butt. It's like,
Yeah.
why would you?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. We all was
Loved
blessed with
it.
it.
And they were like, "Are you a virgin?" Like that was like a whole like she was so anti everything that it made her stick out that much more to the point where they shaved her head, dog.
And
Like,
and she rolled with it.
yes,
That's one thing. She wrote everything they gave her. She owned it.
Yep.
yeah. So Molly's my number 2. Number 3, Bailey. Bailey has been one of the most consistent
Yeah.
and
Mm.
fantastic performers. Just from NXT, that whole the hugger where you're just like rooting for
I
her.
missed that gimmick.
Oh,
There you go.
it was
I
so
gotta
good.
check it out.
And then even when she went to Raw,
Mhm.
right? And people the way they envisioned her versus the way that she was presented were so different that heel turn when it came, it was
When
fantastic.
she cut down the inflatable dudes.
yes, beat them all down, the Bailey buddies. Yeah, iconic moment, right? Number 4, this is tough, but I wanted to do something different from you guys. Because I wanted to say Naomi, but you mentioned her, so I was like, you know what? I want to give someone else
Cool.
their flowers.
Good for you.
And then there's someone else you both keep taking from me. My number 4 is Medusa, Alundra Blaze.
Nice.
Thought about
Yeah.
Alundra Blaze so much. I was like, I didn't know if here's the problem with, and I'm sorry to say this real quick. I was like, do I put it in the Mount Rushmore
Mhm.
or do I put it in honorable mentions? But then again, there's so many women who have done so much incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just met her over the WrestleMania weekend too. Sweetheart.
Yeah. And it was a toss up between her and Lita, but
She's not going anywhere on my list, Lita. Only because this is the only thing keeping her off my list.
Wait, say it again with your chest.
She's not going anywhere near any of my list. And the reason Lita's not going on my list is because this is how I knew I had compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she did that moonsault, it looked like she was going to break her back. Because it was like more of her... It was like her legs and it just looked weird, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how does this not hurt her?
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, every time she did it. But Lita, definitely, to give her credit, she helped Edge become WWE champion.
Yeah.
That whole thing where, she was dating Matt and she was dating Edge, aside from her being the first lady to main event Raw, she definitely has earned her spot in her Hall of Fame. But yeah.
Hey guys, are we not going to mention Melina?
No.
No Melina love. No.
CT, I just want to say this has been great to
so good,
have such amazing lists.
Am I right?
You really elevated the women.
But Eminem, guys,
and excuse me, and man, your jacket, brother,
thank you. Hey,
phenomenal, bro. The way that you come in week after week and you just keep topping yourself is incredible. And another thing about you, man, the shoes built for comfort and style.
Right?
You understand?
Little lavish. Okay.
Melina,
what's wrong with you, bro?
I would like to say this.
Oh boy.
Melina had a more definitive run and a definitive career than Caitlyn. Anyway.
You know who gets a super honorable mention? Paige.
Ooh, yeah. I was gonna say Asuka.
Yo, that is sacrilege that none of us have mentioned her, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Asuka?
Yes.
I'm not an Asuka guy.
What?
Nope, never have been.
Why do you hate Japanese?
Why do you hate Japanese women? Wait, tell us why you hate Japanese women. What do you have against the Japanese?
That's crazy. So I will say,
you won't divert away from that. You need to answer this. You need to.
I'm about to answer your question.
Yeah.
Because I love Kairi Sane.
Mm-hmm.
I also love
Io Sky.
Mm-hmm. But Asuka, no. And I'm gonna tell you why.
What do you have against women with children who are mothers?
That's what women with children are.
Yeah, that's how mothers work.
Nice try. However, Asuka to me.
Thank you for that. Catch it.
He was like running fast and
man. He hit that Titus O'Neil right before the Grand Rumble.
What Japanese woman hurt you, Clayton?
Anyway, Asuka to me, when she speaks great English, it's like every time she cuts a promo, it becomes Asuka. You're like,
you don't ask it or I'm asking because you and I thinking the same thing.
That's all you.
You want me to ask it?
That's all you.
Why your Asuka sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
What the question needs to be asked is why does Asuka sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger? And then it's like the movements, like you'll see her doing moves that she thinks is cool, and she'll be like, I'm like, what is going on, bro? I need you to stop. First of all, if they don't just make her and Shinsuke Nakamura a tag team, I don't know what to do.
Why would they do that?
Because they both won the Royal Rumble the exact same year, and they both lost the exact same year at WrestleMania, and they're both doing this mist. They have the exact same finishers.
Wait, who?
Shinsuke and Asuka.
But
no buts. They make them the exact same character. The only difference is they gave Shinsuke a little bit more love because he's able to cut his promos in Japanese while they add the subtitles.
Yo, what is wrong with y'all? The views and comments placed by these two have no effect on.
You know who's on their way?
Martin Morrow is.
You know who's on their way?
Who's that?
Akira Tozawa. Now that guy.
Oh, the little dance he does?
Yo, but it's his commitment. He'll literally be in it. And then it's only Xavier Woods. Because they try and give that line to other people and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Xavier would be like, Akira, that's so nasty. And he keep going. It's the best, bro.
Yeah.
So I think it's the best because it's authentic. It's him. But Asuka, I've never been an Asuka guy. And every one of my friends who watches WWE is an Asuka guy or an Asuka girl.
I think it's you look at the level of intensity she works with.
Yeah,
she is if you go back to her Kana days in Japan, her getting the piss beat out of about guys. Showing I can hold to y'all
go for those of you out there, go watch Asuka aka Kana versus Minoru Suzuki.
That's who it was. I was like, with Suzuki and grandfather Suzuki was giving her the business.
Mm.
Yeah.
And she was keeping up with it. So I think when you look at that, and then you look at when Asuka came into NXT, when she had this amazing, incredible run, she was undefeated.
Yeah.
She was running through. You bring her to the main roster. Nobody is ready for Asuka.
It was amazing.
And then Charlotte was like, bitch, watch this. And they gave it to her. Everybody was like, oh. And the problem was, I think I have it. I don't know how you felt about it. The promo she cut afterwards was, Charlotte was ready for Asuka. I was like, please don't do this.
Yeah, I think that's what killed the mystique for a little bit. But at the same time, everyone has to lose at some point.
They do, but it shouldn't have been a Charlotte at that time.
Why?
She should have gotten to take the title off of Charlotte, and then someone else beats Asuka. They needed it more. Charlotte Flair has never needed a win over someone until Becky skyrocketed. At that point, you'd be like, all right, maybe they can put Charlotte over Becky and Becky still wins. But Asuka losing her undefeated streak to Charlotte, bad move.
Bro, look, I put Charlotte on my list on my Mount Rushmore, but Charlotte didn't need to beat Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah.
That too. But in hindsight, Rhea was not ready. That was a great move.
The NXT,
but Rhea was NXT champ.
She was NXT Women's Champion, bro. What do you mean she wasn't ready? We're not talking Raw or SmackDown.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, please do. Thank you, sir. We're not talking Raw or SmackDown. Rhea was ascending in this. You're not about to just go ahead and snatch her away and bring her up once you take this. You can still develop her and build her up. I'm done now.
Okay. Rhea needed to lose that because right before their match and up until that match, they continued to call her baby Charlotte. Oh, she looks like Charlotte. Oh, she looks like Charlotte. So that when a company does that, they're always saying, we see you as a carbon copy. So you're not having your own identity. The skills were there. The mic skills weren't there yet because she hadn't become a version of herself. She hadn't even lived life yet. I think she was still like 22, 23. Yeah. So it's like her losing the NXT title is nothing different than Becky winning the NXT title and dropping it to a separate NXT superstar. Or when Ziggler took the NXT title off somebody took it off them. The WWE does that so that they can have somebody else take it back and or show that this person isn't quite ready yet. So with that said, if that match would have gone the other way, it would not have done Rhea any favors because she would have shortly been called up to the main roster and would have had no development. I mean, not development. She would have had no...
But we started getting that anyway.
No, we got it later because she fought her way back in and she had a completely different persona.
Well, when she started, because then you had the Liv Morgan angle. You started getting the whole darker Rhea.
Everything was perfect.
Okay.
So by the time she got called up and became Judgment Day, it was like, oh, perfect.
Yeah, because she was, once Judgment Day came, she's her own entity.
And she was yoked. Not to say that she wasn't always in shape, but the Rhea that became when she came back, that was a superstar. And you don't get that superstar unless she drops that title to Charlotte, who's not going to take a loss at Mania.
But I also, to piggyback to that, I think that the storyline that was built in of Rhea chasing Charlotte it was, you took my title. You didn't need to come to NXT to take my title, but you did that to me, and I'm going to get my revenge. And look at this dominant reign that Rhea's been on since then. Like who beats Rhea Ripley?
Which has been a
Bianca.
Bianca's the only person. Look, there's nobody. Don't you sit there.
They've never had a match.
You think about else because there's nobody else. There's not. Don't you say a Jade Cargill? Don't you say a Nia Jax? There's no one but a Bianca Belair at this point.
Now, here's the thing, because we got sidetracked. We've had some good times, but we got to do a speed thing on two things. First, I want to shout out this brother for leaving a comment on the show. Also, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, give us your Mount Rushmore and your honorable mentions for the men, for the women. We love to read it. We respond to all comments. Well, Martin and I do. Anyway, XP. Martin and
I love how I just got tossed. Man. I just got finger rolled. I didn't get tossed. I got finger rolled under the bus.
Yeah, that's the Greyhound. Bow. XPWNETZ says, who would win? Question. When should Gunther drop the belt and who should he lose to? I say Jey Uso, but don't know how or when they could do it. Him still needing to fight Jimmy. I don't hate that. I don't hate Jimmy getting the IC title from Gunther, but I feel like Jay is kind of beyond a secondary title right now.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't even consider that a secondary title at this point.
Yeah, because Gunther has held it so like that.
He's elevated it to such a point where I would almost say it feels more prestigious than the world
It
heavyweight.
is more prestigious than the world heavyweight. Look, it's because it's called the world heavyweight title. Look,
Yeah.
and a main eventer in Seth Rollins is holding it. He has defended it in legit matches. This hasn't been like layup defenses, right?
Yeah.
But Gunther's reign has been something of like, yo, we need this person to be, oh my God, are they about, oh, he pulled it off. And again,
You're
we're
right.
watching a dude who is not a sports entertainer.
Right.
That is the best part about this.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hard for the NXT talent that is trying to follow him in that the Ilya Dragunovs, the Dempseys and whatnot, who are these old school guys, because you're not going to have too many of those.
Yeah.
Gunther's reign is high up there. So the IC title is up there. Jey Uso can have that because we said it like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Punk returning
Changed everything.
changes
Everything.
everything. And people like, how do one, and it's a lot of people probably asking, how does one person change everything? He shuffles so much stuff around. We know where his path is, right?
Mhm.
We know Punk's path is Seth Rollins, WrestleMania,
Yeah.
right? But remember, some people were like, oh, Gunther might get Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. There were some who were saying it,
I
speculating.
hear you.
But now it's like, okay, does Gunther get Jey Uso? But no, Jey Uso, that can't be WrestleMania because Jey Uso got to get his brother, right? But you could do Jey versus Jimmy for the IC title at WrestleMania.
But then what do you do with Gunther?
So Lesnar, I keep saying, I'm still gonna say Lesnar.
I would love to see him and Lesnar
I keep
now.
saying, because now if you take that belt off him and Lesnar makes more sense. There's no title involved. Because again, Lesnar can come in. We've seen it. Lesnar comes in, takes the title, holds it for a little bit, then drops it. So that's a fear per se. If Gunther still holds his belt going into WrestleMania versus Lesnar, because I think it's going to be Gunther Lesnar.
So here's something I would say to that. There is a new report that came out that allegedly they are trying to look at Roman versus The Rock again, right? At WrestleMania.
Doesn't need the title.
Doesn't, but
if Vince McMahon was here, they would put the title on the line. The fact that it's Triple H, I don't think he would do that.
That means Roman would have to drop it at the Rumble.
No.
At Elimination Chamber.
Roman wouldn't drop
He just holds the title.
He just beats The Rock.
Right.
You just said without the title, though. I'm
here's
confused.
the thing. When they face each other, Roman's gonna win, but they don't need it to be for the title.
Okay, so you're saying he doesn't have to drop the title.
Right.
The title's just not.
It's just a match.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So alternatively, we've talked about CM Punk maybe winning the Rumble, kind of getting that revenge, that judgment, that redemption arc of his own. So if he eliminates Cody, right, and then Cody still trying to figure out some way to get at Roman, it doesn't happen at that juncture. So he goes for Gunther. So maybe Cody Gunther at WrestleMania.
No.
Then where do you put Cody?
It's Cody versus. Oh, you're saying because of The Rock.
If it ends up being Rock and Roman at Mania, then where do you put Cody?
That's a great question.
Here's the question. That's a question, but here's the thing behind that, and this is my thought process. And again, we're comedians, we're storytellers, we're writers. Speaking of stories, this wrestling year is about the story. CM Punk, I need to finish my story. Cody, I need to finish my story. Let me tell my story, Roman. So the Cody, I don't know where you go because now his whole thing has been about the title. Mm-hmm. Cody gets lost in oblivion if you do Rock. Look, I'm with you. We've talked about it. We've talked about it off air, which we got to get ready to wrap pretty soon. We talked about it off air that Rock Roman, if you can get him, you do it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
But now you run the risk of Cody having a meaningless WrestleMania match.
It wouldn't be meaningless. They would come up with some kind of feud. However, I want to get to this before we leave. The title, it was between bringing up what's the new title that we would create and or make up a team.
Mm-hmm.
So very quickly, if you were to make up a team, I would add Omos, Trick Williams, Apollo Crews, Ashanti Adonis into a super heel stable led by Xavier Woods.
Okay. That's for you, or is that in the comment?
That's me.
No, yeah.
I would create a title.
Mm-hmm.
It is finally a women's mid-card title.
Well, you stole it, and I said this before. The first thing I just said is make up a team, and then we get into the title. I wanted your opinion on the team.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You son of a bitch, you rap bastard. You knew what I've been saying.
I didn't know what you got.
You son of a bitch. For years, I have been saying We need a woman's intercontinental title and a woman's U.S. title as a secondary title.
I'm not saying
I'd want a different name for it, but yeah.
Y'all want different names for
Well,
it.
if they already done the women's world title and women, you got to do the same thing.
The women's might all title.
This has been a great episode, bro. Did you have a good time?
I had a blast.
Come on, man.
Man, listen, it's the holiday season.
Yep.
Today is Christmas Eve, so we're recording this.
Yeah.
I want to tell you.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, man.
Happy holidays.
You're gonna see me
I want to
tomorrow.
tell you.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Appreciate that.
They've been doing a lot of branding.
I want to make
and
sure
stuff,
you
guys.
understand.
Thank
going
you.
into
Cross
2024,
promotion.
Yeah.
everything should be great for you.
Man, I wish the same for you,
Thank
brother.
my brother.
You know?
I appreciate it.
Come on, man.
Black actors. I'm not going to even look at the screen because I saw it. Look at the screen. I don't even want to.
Oh, the producer's wilder. He said, nope, not going to say that.
No, Martin, why don't you go there and say what the
Yeah,
producer
you said
says?
it.
Okay.
No, you already said this title.
No, but I said my title. That's,
No,
that's
I mean,
for you
you
to
should
say.
go ahead and just go
You
ahead.
have a better bond, so you should say it.
No, I feel like you all. No, listen. You and the producer seem to be on the same way.
That's
Jay, what would you
crazy.
say that? Oh, look, we got to get through. So, what's the other thing that you were gonna say? You got another thing you were gonna say. I just delete it now, so I don't even.
Oh, that's crazy.
A team. Oh, okay. Ooh.
You know what? Since you already did your, I'll do my.
Cedric Alexander, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, led by MVP.
What's everyone? We guys always make these all black stables. Like, is that we need a new nation?
Well, no, because I know
Trick don't need nobody.
No. On the main look, NXT's roster is different. I say a black stable because this way, once you elevate them wrestlers, you can alleviate, you can break the
Hey,
stable.
Jay.
Huh?
Hey, Martin, when'd you start hating a black man?
Yo,
That is a
yo.
What is your problem against black people? First it was you only want top shelf white women. What's it with black wrestlers? Yo, and then you came in again as another white person, this JR. Martin, is there something you want to tell us?
How? Who else would I? How would I?
You got to disturb a white rock group. So, Martin, what are you trying to say?
No, I'm just saying. I feel like we keep trying to recreate this pool of.
Here's the thing. No one said recreate that, and I think that's the thing. That's the automatic go-to everybody does. Is, we're trying to recreate the nation. No, you can have a black stable. Again, we're seeing it right now with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. You don't have to recreate the nation. You can have black stables. It is the problem that we automatically attribute them to that. That's an issue in itself. But we need to get back to the issue of why you don't like black male wrestlers.
What is? How did this turn on me?
Hey, real quick though, you didn't get a chance to see this. My prediction came true. Is when I said, you know who I want to see get called up? I can't think of their name. But
Los Lotharios.
Los Lotharios. I wanted them to get called up and be in the LWO. It did not happen. They got brought up. They got brought back, I should say. Yeah. And now they're in a stable with your boy.
Santos
Escobar.
He replaced.
Yeah.
Because, when I saw NXT, I was like.
He needed a stable.
I was like, yo, Martin's favorites went down to NXT.
Yeah.
Cruz del Toro.
That's not them, you racist.
And Joaquin. No, they're on NXT now.
No, they're not.
I just watched NXT.
What match was it? What happened? What I missed?
It was they came in and did a save. Because it was the end of it. I was watching.
Oh, for like Dragon Lee?
Yes.
That doesn't mean they came back. Dragon Lee's the North American champion, but he's on SmackDown and he's
came back. I didn't say they were regular on the show.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode.
I didn't get to get mine in.
Go ahead.
We know it's not going to be anybody black.
Yes, it is. What is this? So my tag team would be
the Negroes.
Stop it. Cedric Alexander and Cameron Grimes. Both of them are from the Carolinas. They're both high flyers. We haven't had a team.
Ebony and ivory go together in such perfect harmony. Side by side on my Casio.
I'm saying that could be the new like London and Kendrick, or that new like kind of high flying, fast paced.
Two white guys.
Then name two high flying.
He was about to say it. He was about to say it.
He does. You see what he does? You see what he does?
So look.
Do you see what he does? Name them then, Jay. Who are the two fast-paced black dudes, Jay? What two black dudes had jumping off?
Listen, because this was happening. This is also a moment. You got to clip that. Here's the thing. You're not going to be able to finish. We got to get out of here. I want to make a whole episode out of these because this could go on forever. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Before the Bell. Make sure you click that subscribe, like it, share it. And Martin and I will respond to you in the comments wherever you comment.
I like it. Yeah. So there you go. You son of... I'm gonna respond, but I have to listen. I have to.
Don't explain it. Just do it.
I have to try to channel my anger to make sure I respond the right way, even though if it's a calm comment. I know he gonna be mad, but he said looking for 2 high-flying ends. All right, that's the new Vince McMahon stable, brought to you by Martin M.Morrow. Ladies and gentlemen,
it's not even a stable.
Yeah, put him in the shack.
Mark, we out, man.
All right, yo, y'all already know where to find us. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We'll holler at y'all next year because I doubt we'll be back for New Year's Eve. Take care. Bye.
See ya.